Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter getting to know plants. In this chapter we will discuss about herbs, shrubs and trees, about the plant system and the root, stem, leaf and their functions. Now start with the herbs, shrubs and trees. We see many plants around us and we also grow many plants. They grow on land as well as in water. And to make the study of the plants easier, they have been divided into groups. The two broad groups are flowering plants and non flowering plants. These are further divided into many subgroups. Plants like rose, sunflower, and mango, these are flowering plants, and the plants like ferns and mosses, and there are many other plants which are flowerless, and these are known as the non flowering plants. Another way of classifying plants is according to their size and the nature of their stem. Based on this, plants can be classified into three categories: herbs, shrubs, and trees. Tall and strong plants are known as trees. A tree has a broad and strong stem known as trunk. It has many branches with leaves. Banyan, peepal, and mango, these are the common examples of trees. Some trees live for hundreds of years. Shrubs are very small, bushy plants. A shrub has a hard and thin stem with many branches. Like some trees, shrubs live for many years. Plants such as rose, henna, jasmine, cotton, and lemon, these are some examples of shrubs. Herbs are very small plants. They are smaller than shrubs. Their stems are soft, thin, and green in color. Most herbs live only for a few months. Rice, mint, and tomato are herbs. You can see many herbs in your kitchen garden also. And apart from these, there is another type of plants that are different from herbs, shrubs, and trees. These plants with weak stem and that cannot stand upright. Some of these spread out on the ground, and these are known as climbers and creepers. Some plants have weak stem, they need the support of wall or another plant to climb up. These are known as the climbers like deep vine, pea and money plant. These are the examples of the climbers. And some plants cannot grow straight, so they grow along the ground. They are known as the creepers, like pumpkin and watermelon. These are the examples of creeper. Various parts of a plant perform different functions to keep it alive. Let's study the parts of a flowering plant. The underground part of the plant, or the part that remains in the soil, is known as the root system. It consists of a main root and a number of branching roots. The green part that grows above the ground is known as the shoot system. It consists of the stem, leaves, buds, flowers, and fruits. A plant will have a main root from which a number of branch roots arise. The main root is known as the taproot. The branches that arise from the main root are known as the lateral roots. Pea, tulsi, radish, carrot, and turnip, these are the examples of the plants that have the taproots. In a grass plant, a number of thin fiber like roots arise from the base of the stem. They spread out in the soil and give support to the plant. These are known as the fibrous root. So there are two types of root systems: the taproot systems and the fibrous root systems. Now we will study about the functions of the root. If we try to pull out a plant from the ground, it will not come out easily. What fixes the plant firmly in the ground? The roots. The roots are said to be anchor the plant to the soil. And if we cut all its roots and fix it to the ground, can it survive? No. Plant will dry up after some time. This is because roots absorb water and minerals present in the soil. Water and mineral salt reach the stem and the branches through a system of thin tubes present in the roots and the stem. Roots also bind the soil particle together and thus prevent soil erosion. In some plants, roots perform other functions too, beside the three primary functions. For this, their structure is slightly changed. These changes are known as the modifications. So, roots are modified to store food. Like we eat radish, carrot, and turnip because there is food stored in them. Which part of plant are these? These are roots. The food made in the green leaves travel downwards and is stored in these tap roots. Plants use this food when conditions are not favorable. Further, roots are also modified to give extra support. How? Now, think about the banyan tree. It has roots that grow down from its branches. As these roots reach the ground, they fix themselves in the soil and give support to the spreading branches of the huge tree. Such roots are known as prop roots. They support the tree just as pillars support a building. And you can also observe the roots in sugarcane and in maize. They also provide the extra support to the thin stem and help it to remain upright. Now we will study the functions of the stem. The stem keeps the plant upright. The stem bears branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits. Leaves are arranged in such a way that they are exposed to plenty of sunlight. The stem transports water, minerals, and food to all parts of the plant. A set of thin tubes from the roots are connected to the thin tubes in the stem. Water and minerals pass through these tubes to the leaves, flowers, buds, and fruits. The food made by leaves passes to the other parts of the plant through another set of thin tubes. If you want to observe that there are thin tubes present in the stem, we can perform an activity. Cut a plant at the base, place it in a container that is half filled with water. Now put a few drops of red ink in the water and stir. Let the plant stay in the container for a day. Now observe on the next day. You will observe thin red lines in the stem and leaves. And how it is possible? Because the stem through which water is transported to all parts of the shoot system. This is all because of the stem. Now there are modifications of the stem. Like stems are also modified to give support. Now look at the grapevine and the gourd plant. You will find that all of them have weak stems. And we also notice thin thread-like structures on the stems. These are modifications of the stem and these are known as the stem tendrils. As soon as the tendrils touch a rough surface, they coil around it. In this way, weak stems find support and go up. Stems are also modified to store food. In some plants, the stem grows underground and stores food. You can take the example of ginger. We can see the brown scale like leaves on it. The ginger that we use in food is actually an underground stem. It is modified to store food. A potato is also an underground stem that is modified to store food. So these are the example of the stems that are used as a food. Stems are also modified to make food. Like a cactus plant grows in deserts where there is a very little water. To prevent loss of water from the surface of the leaves, these are modified to become spines. It is the green stem in the cactus that performs all the functions performed by the leaves in other plants, including the preparation of food. Means the spines, they help to prepare the food. The stem is preparing food for the whole plant. The stem is fleshy and can store water for long period. Therefore, cactus can survive in desert due to the presence of the spines. Thank you.